You know, Johannes, a lot of people keep asking me about goblin magic, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think people realize, but like a part of goblin magic is actually like having like intuition and premonitions, and I can like read people's minds and stuff.
Okay, what am I thinking right now?
You're probably thinking, I don't know how to work a camera. Why is everything so hard? I hope he doesn't ask me to Google something because I have no friggin' idea.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on.
Oh my God, how the hell are you?
I'm so sorry I'm early.
Please be early. Give the rat a little.
Early's a nightmare.
The rat's getting in our way. It's so good to see you, Annie. Please, get her some caffeine, Johannes.
Some motherfucking caffeine.
Get her some motherfucking
Goddamn
caffeine.
caffeine.
Who's this handsome drink of water?
That's my fiance.
Is it? Oh my God. What's your name?
Todd.
Todd, have a seat next to our friend over there. You guys can be buds. Look at the two of you.
Don't hit on her.
Are you engaged?
We're engaged.
Congratulations!
We've been engaged a while.
Wait, are you dropping that exclusive here? Can I have that exclusive?
You can have the exclusive, but it's been 2 years.
Oh my! Well, I'm sure no one knows though.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, no one cares. No one knows.
My fans going, nah, when they hear about it.
Actually, can we pretend like you just got engaged just now?
Yes.
All right, well, right now, I want you to propose to Annie Lederman.
Yeah, why don't you propose to me better than you did the first time?
Redo it?
Yeah. Here, take
Wait.
this shit.
Hold on. Let's start here. Tell me about the proposal.
Okay, we're in Vegas.
Okay.
We're on a party bus. We're going to see Criss Angel, obviously.
Oh, your proposal is my dream date.
Yes.
Oh my God, this sounds amazing. Yeah. Okay, so I love it. You're about to get your mind freaked.
Yeah, we're about to get mind freaked, and
he was like, I got other freaky plans for you.
Yeah, he's like, oh, he put it on his penis too, the ring.
Oh,
but,
that is so Criss Angel of you.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
But okay, so it was Criss Angel. We were going to Criss Angel. His parents were there. My parents were there. Josh Potter, and there was a girl. There was some hottie that was with Josh, whose name I don't remember. And then my hypnotherapist and her boyfriend.
You gotta have your hypnotherapist.
Gotta have your hypnotherapist.
Everyone knows when you propose, because if they say no, you need to be able to
hypnotize it to be a yes.
Yeah, he was like, that was your job, wasn't it?
Yes.
You were like, hey Annie, why don't you bring your hypnotherapist? You're like, why?
Yes.
You're like, don't ask questions, babe.
The ring was cheap compared to the hypnotherapist.
Yeah.
The hypnotherapist to
Yeah.
convince me because it was not a yes.
You're like, what kind of diamond was it? You're like, she charges $125 an hour.
Yes,
okay?
let's just.
It's gonna be a gemstone. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a spider ring.
Yeah.
You get out of the 25%.
He was in one of those machines. He was putting the quarter in. He's like, hold on, I'll tell you what kind of ring you got. Hold on, let me see what comes out. He's like, open up this little
He
plastic
was already on
ball
his
here.
knee because he had to crawl down to get the thing.
He was actually asking Criss Angel. He's like, do you think you can work a little magic and turn this into like a 4 carat or something?
I was hoping it was going to be, because I knew something was going to happen. I knew the ring was in the house because, I paid for it. But, so.
I like that.
Yes, of course. I wanted a my budget ring.
You're a gal who knows what you want, Annie.
I wanted a my budget ring. If it was his budget ring, it would have been a nightmare.
That's right. And so, all right. So you just think you're like going to see Criss Angel with your loved ones.
Yes. And I did kind of know, I knew there was a proposal in the air, but I thought maybe...
In the air meaning like in the way that Criss Angel can put stuff in the air and then make something appear.
Yes, there was magic about to happen.
Well, of course.
And also, kind of like in the air, like, when you go to a casino and they just pump like a delicious smell and oxygen. It was that sort of vibe and ding, 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 and so I knew it was happening at some point. I thought maybe it was going to happen at the show. Like Criss Angel was going to come down, was going to be in the crevices of his abs.
That was, it
It would have been everything.
That would be so hot.
No, it would have been everything.
I mean, that was, yeah.
And then I kiss him instead of Todd.
Yeah, yeah. And you say yes to him, and now you're married to Criss Angel.
I am in a
And
weird
now
way.
you have real wealth.
Yes.
Yeah. Now you got that
Finally.
Vegas money.
I have that residency wealth.
Yeah, yeah.
And I will say we did get 16 free tickets. Was it not 16 free tickets? Because my brother was there and his wife, both of my brothers and their wives too.
You've just revealed something about Criss Angel.
That's what I was going to say.
You were like, it's
He's
going to be
papering the
impossible to get comps. He's like, how many do you want? 70, 80, 90 comps? What do you want?
I want to give him that it's the vibe of Vegas and that my manager's brother books his tour. So I think I want to give him that, but also it's Vegas. Everything's comped. I opened for Louis C.K. the other day. There were comped tickets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it happens.
It happens.
It happens.
But, and guys, come see us whether it's free or not. But pay. Don't you feel like the comp tickets people are shittier?
Absolutely.
They're trash.
Yeah. I mean, my shows, it's like I got 7 comps, I got 2 paid people, and I really enjoy the 2 people.
Oh, the 2 people that paid are just angry.
They're laughing. The comp people are like, I deserve this.
Yeah,
you know,
they're
I
like-
think it's got a kind of an air
Or they're
about them.
bothered. They're like, this was just my day and you bothered me with this free show.
That's right.
Yes.
That
And they're mean
is
to
right.
the staff. They're mean to the staff.
I don't like that at all.
I don't like it either.
And I feel like they probably don't tip them as much.
No, they don't tip them.
Because they're like, oh, what's 20% of 0? And you're like, that's not how it
Exactly.
works.
No, it's not.
That's not how
when
math
it's
works.
free, you give hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
That's right.
But yeah, they're trash, and I used to be when I would go on the road, I would kind of, every barista I met, everyone I met, there was just every Uber driver was on a guest list, and I learned my lesson.
Because what happened?
Disrespecting waitresses.
Oh, yeah,
rude,
yeah.
Talking during the show.
Yeah.
Heckling.
Here's a question, because I heard that a lot of comedians, they don't like to tell Uber drivers what they do. Because they know what's coming.
They know what's coming.
They know what's coming. And do you do that? Do you like take on a different profession when you're in a town?
I don't know anything about anything else, so I can't.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
One time a guy did this to me. I was at there's this place in Brooklyn that they used to do shows, but it was also a bowling alley. And I was just like hanging out at the bowling alley. There was just a guy there I was talking to. I was just doing basically crowd work.
It was just
was
she was just
just a
talking
guy.
to him. She was just
This was
talking to
before
him.
him. This
It
was
was just
before him.
she was more interested in the
No, but
bowling
it's more about
balls,
this
not his
man's
balls.
response.
That's
yes.
right.
Yeah, I did want to put 3 fingers in him, but other than that.
Yeah.
But in like a bowling way.
That's right.
But so he goes, I go, what do you do? I'm just like about to go on just making small talk. He said he was what is the ice skaters that are the speed skater? He goes, I'm a speed skater. And I said, you're a speed skater? That's like crazy. How do you get into that? And he goes, I just said that so you'd leave me alone. And I was like, don't pick such an interesting... Who picks like the most interesting thing that would have like 1,000 follow-ups?
That guy.
I was like, ew, nobody wanted to even... And I removed all 3 of my fingers.
You pulled him out. You said,
I unplugged and I said, get the fuck away
Yeah.
from me. How dare you assume I was trying to fuck you?
Yeah, I mean, I really like that. He had to find the most obscure thing ever.
What an idiot,
You're
right?
like, first off, I don't even think that is a job to speed
I know. I was
skaters.
like, I don't think you get paid to do that unless
No,
you're like on
I
the
don't-
cover of Wheaties.
I don't think so
I think
at
when
all.
you're an athlete, you're basically paying to be an athlete, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You get nothing.
Yeah, and I would know. I am an athlete.
Yes, I know.
I have the body of an athlete.
I was shocked you were very ripped.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. They get behind the
Very
desk
right.
and they're like, oh my
I
God.
got a little
Yeah.
aroused and it was uncomfortable because
Yeah.
Todd was here. And he's
No, I
never
mean, well, he was
and he's
too.
never seen me aroused, so
you have to do it. You got to give her the old bowling ball, pal. Do people, what do you do? You don't have a mic, but what do you do? Are you a comedian? What do you do?
oh God.
No, I do like reality TV stuff.
He's
You're a speed skater. Okay,
Yes,
good to
he's a
hear, but he
speed
just said
skater.
he's a speed skater.
He does speed through things.
Okay. I just want them to know how handsome he is.
He's
Should
such
he,
a cutie.
Should
Isn't
he
he a
come on
cute
camera for
thing?
just a minute so
Come
they
here,
can just
come
get a
here,
taste?
handsome.
Come here.
All right,
Come
guys.
here.
Now
You did
start
very
jerking
good,
off.
Annie. You did very good.
Isn't he cute? And he's 11 years younger than me too, so he takes care. of
Oh, okay.
He'll take care of the children.
The story's not finished though. Tell me
Oh,
what
the
happened
story
at the
gets
end.
even better. So I think I'm going to maybe get proposed to at Criss Angel. I think it's going to be a whole thing. Now I have stumbled upon a bag of ketamine while I'm in Vegas. So
Of course.
I'm
You do.
Yeah, as you do.
As
I've stumbled
you
upon
do.
it, and guys, we use ketamine as a medicine.
For horses, I believe.
It's for horses. Yes, I always say I'm Kentucky Derby sober. I just do what the horses do.
Ah,
But okay, so you like it? You can have it. Take it. I'll take it. Share it. I'll take it. Share it. I'll take it. Share it.
Okay.
You can't have the whole thing.
Okay.
But okay, so I'm a little out of it. I'm a little disassociated. I'm a little hungover. I had kind of a wild night. Wow.
It's fine. It's totally
No,
fine.
it felt.
It's
Is
fine.
that the Lord saying enough with the ketamine?
No, that's Criss Angel saying.
Criss Angel. He
And
pops
here
out.
he is. Yeah. He comes out. He's like, it's cold in there. With his cute little lisp. you
Oh,
know?
he does have a little list.
He does have a little bit of one.
The show's wild too. Have
Yeah.
you been to it?
I would love. I can't afford that.
It's very.
Yeah, I just got comp tickets to Carrot Top. That's what I do. I just go there. I ask for comp tickets for Carrot Top, and he gives me
We
them.
should go to Carrot Top together. I would die to see Carrot Top.
I would love to see
I would
Carrot
love
Top.
to see Carrot. You know it's good.
Oh, I bet it's so funny.
It's probably the best show.
People poop on Carrot Top
I
all the
know.
time, and I'm just like, he's one of the OGs. Okay,
He's the best.
He's funny. He does prop comedy. Do you know how
Prop
hard-
comedy. Do you know what? You have to have balls to do prop comedy.
That's
he was
right.
shamed by everyone around him.
That's right. There are no women prop comics.
Nope.
None.
Nope.
You got to actually have balls, and you got to use those balls as props.
Now this feels a little misogynist.
Oh no, I didn't mean
No,
it
the
that way.
balls thing is feeling.
No,
I'm
no.
feeling a little
You-
attacked.
you
What if I
said-
want to be a prop comic?
I would love
And
you
we
to.
have the extra pockets we could pull things out of.
I'm just. Can you name?
I
Okay,
can't-
well, let me
I'm
try
gonna be
this.
honest. I can't name anyone besides Carrot
That's what I was gonna say. Okay,
There's
you
no
know,
one
actually,
else.
I don't know if Carrot Top how he identifies. We'll just put Carrot Top as a prop comic. Just means Carrot Top.
Carrot
Because
Top.
Who else is doing that?
I
Gallagher.
know, what a wild thing. First of all, to
Who?
be a
Gallagher.
Gallagher.
You know, smashed a melon.
But Gallagher.
That's not a prop.
By the way,
A
I
mallet
opened
is
for
not a-
Gallagher. I opened for Gallagher in 2012 or 13 at the Hollywood Improv, and it was not many people in the audience, and it was very racist. It was kind of amazing. Let's just say there were some watermelon jokes.
Oh no! Wait. That he was telling?
Yes.
Wow.
And I don't know what race you identify as, so
Goblin.
okay.
Yeah. Is that a
So
mystery?
you're like a GABA?
Yeah. By the way, Annie,
Yeah, can we start the show?
We
I
don't.
like-
No. We don't roll until I feel like we're kind of like getting going.
We're good.
Yeah. You start giving me some stuff, and I'll be like,
No,
go
I
hit
know.
it, Johannes.
It's difficult. I was thrown off by being early. I'm never early. I'm only late. I think late is more respectful than early.
Tell me why.
Because early it's fucking rude, and I'm sick of society saying late people are the shitty ones. If you're early, people aren't ready yet. You're rushing people. You're like this. If you're late, you just have people start without you. Start without me. You don't need me here. You could be chatting. I come in. It's a new energy.
I've been trying to tell Johannes that. Every time he's like blowing me up. He's like, "You're not here, dude. What's going on?" I'm like, "I'll be there Tuesday."
Start it. Start
he's
the
like,
show
he's
without
like, "We
me."
record on Mondays." I'm like, "I'm going to be late, dude.
I know.
I don't
Just
want to throw you
relax.
off because
Just relax.
everything throws him off. Like everything
Well,
throws
look at
him off.
him. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Look at him. I can't believe you have this studio in this area and make this man walk through this area.
What do you
This
mean?
is, I want to rape and murder him. I want to steal all his money.
That's a perfect
I'm
place.
I'm homeless. I'm living in an encampment. This is my target.
That's right.
I'm gonna fuck him. I'm
Yes.
gonna bring him into the tent. I'm gonna breastfeed him.
Yeah, but
I'm
that-
gonna raise him inside the tent.
That's what he wants. He
I'm
just
gonna
wants to be
kidnap you.
coddled.
I feel like you have children. You look like a father. Do you have kids? One on the way. Doesn't he look like he has a baby on the way? Does he not give you a baby on the way vibe? This man has a pregnant wife. You have a fucking pregnant wife.
No, I don't.
No,
Or maybe you have a husband and there's a surrogate that's pregnant.
I think yeah.
He's got it. There's a baby on
Yeah.
the way with Johannes.
Or maybe he's like the Carrot Top of incompetent producers, where it's just he's his own. He could reproduce with himself.
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah.
He's got a what's a coenga? What's a coenga?
Cahuenga? Are you naming a street?
Cahuenga.
You're trying to say
you know
Kawaka? Is that what
Kawaka?
You're thinking
Yeah.
of
Kawaka?
you're thinking of Sepulveda.
I'm thinking of canal.
Oh, okay,
That one
that-
canal
that's
street
right.
that
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have,
yeah.
that one
Yeah.
hole that reptiles have.
Of course.
Are you a reptile goblin? Is a reptile or no?
Is a goblin a reptile? You just basically said is a goblin, and then you named another thing. A goblin is a goblin.
racist? Okay.
Yeah.
But you're reptilian-ish looking.
Reptilian-ish, meaning what?
Like you could be half.
You're
Look at your
reptilian on your
hands.
mom's side, that kind of thing.
All right.
I don't want
I
to be
did do a
rude.
23andMe. I'm like 10% lizard, okay? That's it. I don't know what my mom was doing, but she was doing somebody.
Do you know Hillary Clinton?
What's that?
Do you know Hillary Clinton?
Do I know Hillary
If you're part
Clinton?
lizard.
Yeah, let me text her. Yeah. Do I know her?
Was
yeah.
that who she was texting in that meme?
It was me.
It was you.
Yeah. She was texting me a meme, which was the irony of that whole thing. Very funny. So,
Okay, so
Continue.
we're on
Okay,
the
so
party
you're-
bus.
okay, wait.
We're on the party bus.
You're taking ketamine.
Okay, so I'm
wait,
out
you-
of it. I don't know what's going on. Todd's running around. Todd's at a lazy river. Todd's doing all this stuff. I'm
Todd,
laying in
wait
bed.
a minute. Hold on. Just hold on.
This is the day he's preparing for people prepare differently to see
Yeah.
their king.
Most men are very anxious and going through a checklist of things to get everything perfect. This
to go see Criss Angel.
dude's in a tube
Imagine
like,
also he's
yeah, he's
promoting
like,
me.
another Mai Tai, please? I got a big day.
Yes, but I'm in bed comatose, like trying to regenerate because my whole.
Sure.
You have to understand. I love Vegas. I love slot machines. I love gambling. I'm obsessed with my family. I have a twin brother. I have an older brother. I love my family. I'm never with all of them, and I'm never with them also gambling. It was the joy of my life. I was the happiest person I've ever been. Sitting next to your twin brother, playing a press your luck slot machine game. I've peaked.
Hold on. You have a twin brother?
I have a twin motherfucking brother, bitch.
Really?
Yes.
So he looks just like you?
No, he
Same
looks,
voice?
No, he looks
No?
like the voices are similar.
Oh, really?
But he looks like the cartoon Doug.
He looks like the cartoon duck?
Doug.
Doug.
Remember Doug?
I
Doug
remember
Funny?
Doug.
Yeah. I
I'll
don't know how
text
old you are.
him.
You're ageless.
No, I'll text Doug.
You could be 1,000 years old. How old are you?
30. So you text. Okay. Your brother looks like Doug.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to picture this, and you guys are twins.
Yes, we're twins. We just don't. Do you want to see a picture of him?
I do. Yeah.
All right, producer, pull up Max Lederman. 1, 2, 3, go. Do you have the capabilities of doing that?
Max Lederman.
He's so upset. Do you like getting bossed around by women? That
No-
baby
no-
on the
no
way. Get
comment
ready.
on that.
Get ready.
He's
That
gonna
baby's
be
on
like,
the way.
oh, do you mean David Letterman? No, Johannes.
With a D, Johannes.
Max Letterman.
Max,
Why are they so slow? All producers are slow.
Lederman.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, we're stealing our Wi-Fi from Del Taco, so it's gonna be a minute. You know, what's going on here?
I can't believe you've never asked him to do anything before. He's shocked. His face went white. He went.
Annie, this is episode like 37, 38. I've learned my lesson. Yes. You know what I mean? The old, we're not one of those podcasts that could just go, hey, pull up and
I
then
know. I'm
fill
like,
in the
Todd,
blank.
can you pull it up on your phone and bring it over to me? It's okay.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's confused.
Well,
Is it this person?
That's his wife. Looks a little like me. Is that weird?
that is,
Blonde.
you know what?
That's my brother.
I don't feel like he looks too much like you.
He does not look that much like me.
Okay,
Nope.
so what's that called? That's not identical
Fraternal.
twins. Fraternal.
Well, if we were identical, we'd have to both have penises or both have vaginas.
Oh, interesting.
You fucking idiot.
So
You fucking moron.
I thought it was the Sklar brothers told me they share a penis. Yeah, that's what they told me.
And it's not theirs, honestly.
facts. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
that's their younger brothers.
That's the facts. Yes, they do this. They are on
Did
this.
you have the Sklars on here?
They run our live show at Moon
Okay.
Tower.
Okay, and
I
they
would
didn't make
love
the
to have
cut.
him back in the studio.
They didn't make the cut for the studio.
no,
There's not enough room. You gotta get an extra
they didn't make the
chair.
cut. You can't cut them
If
because
you-
there's
no,
the
you
same
can't.
penis.
And their penises, yeah,
Yes,
it's like
it's
a-
one. That's
yeah,
why they do the same jokes, the same thing.
It looks like I don't know if they were actually born that way or if it was like they did the Chinese finger
Oh, the finger
trap,
trap.
and then it never came off, and then the skin grew around it. The foreskin grew
That's
back around
interesting.
it.
I never thought of it. That could be the
Yeah.
thing. And here's a very
Oh, that is so funny. That's the best picture. That's me.
that's great. And there's no culture being appropriated here.
Nope.
And it's perfect.
Hola. Mucho gusto.
That's you,
Me llamo-
Annie?
I know. Don't I?
That is you?
Is that crazy?
Look at that.
I
Look
was
at
kind of like a
little
hot
Lady
kid,
Letterman.
but this ain't it. But I kind of was like, teachers were. Let's just say teachers, Pat, wink, wink. And then, yeah, look at my short little chubby brother.
Interesting. So are you guys, like, because a lot of twins, like, they have, like, a little bit of mind meld going on. Do you guys have that at all in the fraternal world, or is that only with identical twins?
We have, like, when I call him, he knows to just send me straight to voicemail. He ignores me. I barely talk to him. I talk to his daughters and his wife a lot. So I get my brother through the girls in his life. But no, we don't have much of we love each other, but.
Didn't sound like it. Yeah.
Well, I had to
got
give
news
up
for
on
you,
him.
Annie.
I read years ago, I was going through a breakup and I read that book, He's Just Not Into You. He's Just Not That Into You. They made a movie out of it and everything. Greg Bernhardt wrote it. And and I realized my brother's not into me and I had to just release my trying to get him. He's a hard to get guy.
What was that like for you?
Well, it was difficult. And it was hard because, we were conjoined at the time.
That's right.
My mouth was over his penis, so it was like a...
Speaking of that, could you move the mic a little bit closer to your mouth?
Oh, wow.
Like
Wow,
this?
Yeah, a little bit.
He's a pervert.
Did you hear that? He was
You
like,
see how he did it like that?
Yeah, he was like, move it closer.
like
Now
that.
back.
No.
Now move it
Yeah,
closer. Now,
can you put it inside you? Actually,
That's-
lower
yeah.
and inside.
It's
That's
weird.
not what I said at
The
all.
last female comic he told to spit on it. He was like, what the heck? What the heck, Johannes? Wait a minute. It's Tiffany Haddish. What are you doing?
What if I was Tiffany
I
in
didn't
white
say
face?
that.
Let's see if Criss
What if-
Angel, make it happen. Go.
I unzip. I'm
Yeah.
Tiffany.
She's back.
Tiffany's on my show tomorrow. We love Tiff.
Really?
Tiffany's a fun, wild gal.
Well, I did propose to her.
Yeah.
So it's TBD.
Okay, we'll see.
So
I'll
if you
talk
can kind
to
of
her.
put in the good word for me, kind of let her know to follow up on all the legality things I've been filling out that she asked me to do. She told me to get a 401k going. I think I'm at 110 likes.
Yes, I love it.
So I got to get a couple more, but you know.
So she has converted to Judaism. So you could have a very cool Jewish wedding where you stomp on the glass.
I would love to.
I love stomping. I love the glass
I love
stomping.
stuff. That's so metal.
Isn't it so metal?
That is
Just
so
smash
metal.
something like that.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh.
smash this actually.
I feel like they do the same in Greek weddings, but
They do it
right.
in Greek weddings too.
I think so. Could be Greek.
Could be Greek.
Well, he's Italian. He would know.
I'm gonna beat
I mean,
his
he's right
ass.
there.
He
He's
wants
right
to
there.
be beat up
Yeah.
by a girl. I can tell. Look at him.
Yeah. He's supposed to be slapped around and then breastfed.
I know, and he's gonna
Yeah.
be so jealous when that baby comes out.
Yep.
He's gonna get all the attention he wants.
Uh-oh.
A homeless baby.
Struck a nerve.
I'm taking that baby.
You
I'm giving it to
struck
the.
a nerve.
I'm gonna give it as a sacrifice to the encampment down the street.
That's right. So Criss Angel.
Okay, so we're in the party bus. So all day there's been commotion, but I'm out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm out of it. Todd's sunburned. He's coming in and out.
Yeah, well, he's been on the lazy river all day.
He's on the phone, and that's the part 2 of the story. But so he's on the phone, all this stuff is happening. So I still am kind of like, I think I'm getting proposed to at the Criss Angel. I've got my spray tan on. I'm like ready for it. My nails are done. But we're on the party bus, and everyone's in there. And you haven't lived, by the way, until your 82-year-old dad is like on a party bus. It's like so good. Anyway, stripper pole was just between me and my parents. And so Todd he goes, wait, turn the music off. I still don't know what's happening. And he gets up and he's shaking. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And everyone's got their cameras
You just thought
out.
he was on ketamine.
I go, did he steal my fucking ketamine?
Yeah,
Is
what's
that where my ketamine
yeah,
was?
He's got the shakes. Okay.
I was like, I thought I did my ketamine. Turns out he stole it.
Okay.
So then he kneels down. He does the proposal, but he's shaking, and he goes, will you be my wife forever? And it's rough.
Yeah.
It's a rough one.
He's having a rough set.
I'm going in my head. I'm going, how are we going to edit this better? Can we do a voiceover? Maybe we say we lost the audio and we do a voiceover.
Yeah.
I go, this one's fucked. But I would actually. Is there anything more embarrassing than him giving a really good long speech in front of your loved ones?
I think it's got to be somewhere in the middle.
You can't, if he does like a whole and he's beated it out and it's this whole.
Yeah. He could have made it into like a bit, you know?
Yes.
And maybe incorporate some Carrot Top prop comedy.
Yes.
You know, be like a really big ring and be like, oh, I thought you had a really big finger. You know, something like that, you know?
Or if he pulled out like a inflatable microphone.
Yep.
And he just said to that.
And he goes, is this thing on?
Yeah,
and
is
then it
this thing
pops and he
on?
goes, I guess not, you know, something like that. Yeah, that could be something.
It would have been awesome. It would have been so good.
But instead, he's just mumbling
But instead,
and
he's
fumbling.
mumbling, he's shaking, he's
got
sweating.
sun poisoning,
He's sun
yeah.
poisoned. He's been through hell all day, which I found out about later. He goes to put the ring on. Now listen to me, Gobby Gob.
Yeah, talk to
This
me.
ring goes this far on my finger. Okay? It goes all the way on this finger. He proposes to me with a pinky ring. Okay, the ring is not sized correctly.
That's very like mob wife of your.
I know, but of all the places you're gonna go with a diamond pinky ring,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Criss Angel, right?
For sure, definitely. I mean, he's
So
got 7 rings on his pinky finger.
But so yeah, exactly. But so I'm going. This can't be happening. That my ring doesn't fit because I paid for this. I hired the guy. I know the
you
guy.
didn't tell him the size?
I told him the size. Now this guy, his name is Heavy. I told him I would trash him for the rest of his life.
Wait, his name is what?
Heavy. He goes by Heavy. He used to be a fatso.
Okay, well, stop right there.
It's my fault.
Yeah, because
It's my fault. No, it's my fault. I get it. It's my fault.
Wait.
I accept responsibility. Go ahead.
As a guy who makes rings named Heavy,
I know it's my fault.
he's like, he is so self-conscious. He's like, oh, I know this is probably their size, but as a heavy guy,
Right.
I'm going to go a lot smaller because I tend to over-exaggerate so that it doesn't feel so bad. So he was
Yeah.
probably like a size, like, I don't know how rings work, but like 7. And the guy was like,
Exactly.
he probably means
He
5.
probably was thinking about my wedding band, and then I got confused with his stomach band that he was going to
Yeah,
get when he got
yes.
his stomach stapled. But so but he's a fucking idiot. But for years he had been at the Comedy Store and he had like the ring sizer, clinky jeweler thing. Okay. There's
Wait.
there's a thing that looks like, you know how janitors have
No,
just like a
that's
thing of
not the
keys?
part I'm confused about, Annie. There's just a dude hanging around the Comedy
Well,
Store.
he's a comic.
Oh, okay.
It's all my fault.
You buried the lead.
Well,
okay?
I don't want to acknowledge him in any way that would make him happy.
I just thought, this is what I was picturing. I was
Okay.
picturing a bunch of the paid regulars at the Comedy Store doing their set, and each time they like make a joke, he holds up a different size ring. He's like, "Is this you? You say smaller, up or down, hot or cold, hot or
That
cold?"
would be
And they're like,
that would be
There's
better.
just a guy in the front row trying to size me for an engagement ring right now.
Now, so for years, you know, I don't know if you've been in the back of the Comedy Store. There's like sacred ground where the comics can go hang out and smoke weed and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm on and off smoking weed.
Oh,
throughout
trust
my
me,
life.
I've been back there.
Come on,
They
I
invite
know
me
you've
all
been
the
back
time. I just blow right by the door. Guys are like, "Hey, Johnny Gobbs, get back
Get
there,
back here,
man."
Gobby.
Yeah.
So,
they're
but
like,
you-
Jeff Ross was just asking about you.
Yes, he was. Now, okay, so I'm back there, and for years he has been. I say he groomed me for this ring. Okay, he's been, "Oh, what's your ring size?" Da da da. Sees me and Todd hanging out. He goes, "Oh my God, I want to do your ring when it's time." It's in my head. Okay, he has been measuring my finger for 8 years at this point. Okay, so then we had some family. This was my great aunt's, the emerald, and then this is Todd's. The diamonds are from Todd's mother. Okay, so we had to get the ring put together. So I go,
okay.
I'll go to fucking Heavy because after all these years, he's gotten in my head that he's a jeweler. So I go, we'll just go to him. So Todd handles that, I guess. This motherfucker gets my ring size wrong. He's an idiot. So not him, Heavy. So I put the ring on. So then our wedding video is literally me going, my parents, like everyone holding the thing up, him proposing, shaking, it not fitting, and me looking at the camera and going, "Fucking Heavy, you piece of shit!" Like, yeah, well, you know, I'm losing my mind, and my parents are going, "Oh, Annie, okay, calm down." Everyone's freaking out because we're in transit.
Yeah, so-
we haven't even been to the show yet.
So your wedding video now has 1 million views on World Star.
Well, we
Is that what
haven't
you're
we
saying?
haven't posted yet. We should post it, but it's almost Todd's speech is so embarrassing that even the fuck up of it that would go viral.
Yeah.
Is actually not that big a deal compared to how embarrassing he was.
People are
in the
just
room.
actually sad. They
It's
can't
really
even make
they
fun
go.
of it. Yeah.
She should have said no.
Yeah.
She should have said no. But now, so that happens. I'm pissed. So we get off the bus. It's 8. You know, so we have his dad, my brother. Everyone's calling, trying to figure out how to get a ring resized as fast as possible. You know, people are taking engagement pictures, and I'm like this. You know, I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Annie.
Yeah. I'm
Wait,
pissed.
but
But not at anyone there, just at this fucking scumbag that we paid
you
money
need a ring, just to be clear,
to be happy.
to magically become a different size, and there you are.
That's what I'm
calling
saying. Yes.
everyone else when all
Yes.
you had to do was go on stage, take him by the ankles, bring him back down to earth because he's levitating,
He's
put
always
him down
levitating.
and say, "My God, Criss Angel, here's a ring. Can you make it a little bigger?"
Imagine he came down and like ripped open his shirt, and then he had a nipple ring that had my emerald in it.
Yep.
And just rips it out and gives
That's
it
right.
to me.
That's right. And then you would have been like, "Wait, this is crazy. What is this?" And then you'd be like, "Hold on, what?" And then you pull out. You're like, "Wait, what is this playing card?" And
Yeah,
then he
what
like
is
turns to your mom and he's like, "Is that your signature?"
And then he pulls a razor blade
Yeah.
out of my mom's mouth.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh my God!" And then your mom marries him. She has to at that point.
Well, I will say, so there were certain seats you couldn't sit in because I guess he like appears from the ground or something. But Todd's parents were.
He just couldn't sell those, honey. Okay, yeah.
That's what
they want you to say. That's what they want you to say. Yeah, those front row seats are like, yeah, it's part of the show.
But he popped up so close to Todd's mom.
Also, I need the entire balcony. Yeah.
He pops up so close to Todd's mom. The joy on Todd's mother. Todd's mom's from Laos. She's amazing. She's so funny.
She's from where?
Laos.
Laos.
I know he looks Mexican. He's Asian.
Where is Laos?
Laos is like near Thailand.
Okay, all
That's
right.
where all the bombs are. It's a minefield.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Yeah. You say my mom's from where all the bombs are.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good. I don't want to brag, but it's the most bomb per capita place in history.
Really?
Yeah.
Besides the comedy store.
Besides, yeah, my weekend. Come see me.
Besides the Criss Angel show.
That's why he relates to me so well because he's used to being surrounded by bombs.
Put him on. This episode's brought to you by Squarespace. Hey, let me just tell you something, Johannes. I've been loving my experience on Squarespace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I kind of wish that every site I ever went on was my site created by Squarespace. You ever think about that? I'll tell you why in this ad read I'm about to do.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah, this is all off the dome, by the way. Set up a fully custom website in just a few steps with Blueprint AI. Just by finding out a little bit about your industry and your goals, Blueprint AI will generate premium quality content and give you personalized design recommendations. If you're short, like Dave, if you're short on time, like Johannes, Squarespace also offers a ton of beautiful award-winning website templates that will surely be to your liking. Squarespace is perfect if you're providing services. It gives you everything you need to show off what your business does. Your website will be fully customizable and built to help you attract your clients and grow your business. You'll also be able to simplify your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling, send professional invoices that match your brand, and accept payments online. Clickety, clickety,
Clickety.
clickety, clickety, click.
Money does. Clickety.
How
I
does
don't
it?
understand.
What's the sound of a slot machine?
Oh.
I think when you pull it, it just goes, gotcha. So go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code right now to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. So,
Okay, so we go to the show. I got my pinky ring. We go in the back. We get backstage passes. So it's me, my twin brother's wife, and Todd. We go back. Keenan's there. Keenan Thompson's there.
Keenan, of course.
Of course Keenan's there. You walk in, you go, of course Keenan
You're like,
is here.
yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
And
He goes, I see all the Criss Angel shows.
he's like, I'm always here. He's a
Yeah,
fixture.
Yeah.
He's the black part of the black magic.
There's two things he doesn't miss: an episode of SNL and a Criss Angel
It
show.
is crazy he's at both. He's able to do both. To juggle two of those things that are
That's really all he
it's
does.
unbelievable.
It's just go back and forth between the two.
Both struggling with viewership.
Yeah.
But
Both struggling to grab the young audience. Yeah,
they
yeah,
are. It's
yes.
hard to get a young audience.
Yes.
Now, Chris would physically grab them, though.
Yeah.
It's very wild, but he does get very
All
close.
right,
to the-
hold on real quick. Let's start recording. Let's start recording.
Now we got to the meat.
Let's start right now. Okay, here we go. All right.
So then halfway through the show, it's just a regular magic show. And then all of a sudden he appears from underneath a giant blanket with little kids' handprints on it. And then it becomes about his charity and stuff. And it's still magic, but it's kids with cancer themed magic. And it's very sad and it's very weird. And I was slightly prepared, but watching my sister-in-law, the range of emotions of your sister-in-law's of wow. And then it's, sobbing. So that was really weird. And then you are like, is magic real? Because can't you fix the ring and the...
You're like, why don't you spend a little less time flying?
Yeah,
and, why don't
let's fly over to the children's ward and let's fix that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was the vibe and everything. So then we realized, because I did think I was going to get proposed to during it. But so during that time when Todd's running around with his sunburn and stuff and he's on the phone, he's talking to my manager. My manager is like, do not propose to her at the show. Criss is very clear, do not. And it's because it's a children's cancer benefit. And you can't steal the thunder from that, or I don't know what it was, or maybe it was too choreographed or whatever. But his worst nightmare is someone proposing during his show.
Well, or he just takes the blanket down and he just goes, Annie, could you stand up, please? I'm contractually obligated.
He did mention me during it. He did bring me up. He had a little Post-it.
Yeah.
He was like, Annie knew. He goes, up and comer.
Or he pulls down the blanket and Todd is in the bed with him. And I'm floating too. And the reason why he's on cloud 9 is, take it, Todd.
Yes, go ahead,
Yeah.
Todd. Now and then, but it was fun. It was a good show, but it was very like, it was a little racial, and it was an interesting show.
Wait.
It was a time capsule.
The Criss Angel show
Yes.
touches not only on cancer, but it
Cancer
also
and
touches
race.
on race.
Yes.
Annie,
It's wilder than you can imagine.
it is art.
It is art,
is
and you go,
art.
wow. And he's such a nice guy, and you're rooting for him. But it's just the whole show is just crazy. And then there's like all those things are flying into your face. Remember that? I was looking at my sister-in-law just had like all these like pieces of like paper were in her face, and it's a wild show.
I gotta be honest. I'm sold.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
If after watching this episode, you're not running
I'm
to grab
telling
you
you.
tickets, which are absolutely available.
They're available, and if you know the right people, they're free.
That's right. That's right.
They're free.
And by the right people, we mean SNL's Kenan Thompson.
If you know Kenan Thompson, you're in. It was so funny. But so then I find out. So we get the ring resized and everything. Now I'm texting Heavy the whole night, and it's going green. His phone's off or whatever. But
It's going green? Is
It's
that,
going
is that
green.
a bad
I'm not trying to
thing?
be
Is that a bad
rude.
thing? I feel like that's a good thing.
well, it means you've been blocked. So I don't know energetically if that is the same vibe you have.
Energetically, I don't associate with that.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't vibe
It's
with
negative.
that. Yeah.
We don't do negative here.
Yeah, no.
So his phone's off. Something's going on. He's flying. I don't know where this fucking asshole is, but I know he's not making jewelry the right size. So I'm texting him and stuff. He calls me the next day and he goes, well, you probably gained weight.
Wait,
That's when I was like, you're done. I go, I'm going to call you fat. I'm going to tell everyone what
a
you're
guy
doing.
named Heavy.
Yes, this piece of shit.
That is quite...
That is unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
There's that old saying, calling the pot calling the kettle fat, you
Yep,
know?
yep.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes. And
You're like, your name is Heavy.
yes, your name is Heavy. He gave us no money back. He didn't really apologize at all. It was a nightmare. And then he comes up to me all the time and still tries to talk to me. And I go, Heavy, we're done. We're
Yeah.
complete. I go, we're complete.
So now he's got to find some new comic to size their
But
ring
it will never happen.
during their set.
He told Todd I ruined his career. I ruined his jewelry career.
You're like, buddy, you ruined your own
ruined it.
freaking career.
You ruined my night. You ruined my experience with Criss Angel.
Yeah, which honestly, like, no one could actually ruin because
You
that
can't ruin.
sounds
There was
so
nothing.
amazing,
There was
honestly.
not even childhood cancer can
And-
ruin a Criss Angel.
And if anything, that's kind of the silver lining of this whole thing.
Yes.
Is that at the very least, you guys got to experience one of the great performances of art
Yes.
in our history.
I would say we are blessed, we are lucky, and we are
Freaked.
grateful. We're
You're-
freaked.
you're
We're
freaked. Your mind
completely- My
was
mind
freaked.
has not been the same.
No.
It's
You know,
not been the
that's the
same.
problem. Is like, did you have to sign a waiver or anything before you see the show being like, your mind is about to get freaked. You'll
I mean-
never be the same.
I was wearing things in my ear. I didn't want him to get in there. I was
Oh, that's a
afraid it
good
was
point.
going to freak my ear.
Yeah, that could happen.
But it was a beautiful time. And then we find out Todd's day. Yes.
I'm listening.
But the point, you had something. Did you have something?
Nope.
No.
It's coming.
Okay.
Great. Todd's day.
Todd was at the Lazy River. Now, Josh Potter, if you don't know who Josh Potter is a comedian who has one completely blind milky eye, and the other eye could go at any time. Okay? So he could barely see.
All right.
Now, Todd is at the Lazy River with our nearly blind friend. And they're on the Lazy River. And Todd's dad, I guess he gave you that ring too. When we got the diamonds, his dad gave him his wedding ring because it doesn't fit him anymore. So Todd has just been
Oh,
wearing.
well, he should go see. Oh, wait, never mind. No. I was gonna say, actually, that's probably a bad idea. Yep.
So
He's like, well, your dad just got chunky. That's the problem, huh?
he just got fat. I'm like,
Yeah.
who tells that to her?
That's what he just tells everybody. Okay.
So Todd has been wearing this ring of his dad's on his ring finger. What a good boy, right? What a sweet angel.
Yeah, of
what
course.
a true, beautiful man. So he's been wearing this ring, this gold ring. Now Todd's at the lazy river. He's having some drinks. He's nervous. He's about to have a monumental. This is going to be a core memory. He can't fuck this beautiful one-line speech up. Will you be my wife forever? You can't forget those lines.
It took him almost 3 types in the chat GPT to come up with that.
Yes, it took him 3 rounds going around the lazy river to come up with that. So he's on the lazy river and the ring falls off his finger. Okay? Into the lazy river.
Wait. Oh, his dad's ring.
His dad's ring that's now his ring.
Right. His dad's ring that was too small or too big for his dad. Remind me?
Was it too small for his dad?
Too big on me.
A little too big on him. Heavy was also supposed to resize that. That also came back. Heavy was also supposed to resize that. So this is another heavy fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Real quick. You put a lot of trust in a
It's
dude named
my
Heavy.
fault.
You gave him multiple rings.
Exactly.
I mean,
No, I should be going fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe Heavy's saying, you know what?
Heavy's like, I gave you all the signs I was going to be bad at this.
Yeah, he's like,
I named myself Heavy.
I name myself Heavy. I do comedy. I don't actually deal with rings.
Yes.
I just carry a weird chain. You're
I
like,
have a chain ring thingy.
maybe that was actually just his key ring. This whole time you're like, he's sizing people up for different
He's
rings.
the
You're like,
janitor of the
he's a
comedy store
janitor.
this whole time.
Yes. He just works maintenance at the comedy
It's been
store.
Criss Angel the whole time.
Oh, now that's
Wow.
something.
In a fat suit.
Who's actually Carrot Top dressed up as Criss Angel.
And it's Tiffany Haddish the whole time.
That's right.
There you go. Now, okay, so he loses, the ring falls out.
Okay.
And he's in Lazy River, and he's got to try to find it. But all he has with him is Josh Potter, our blind friend, right? So him and our blind friend are sifting through this busy ass, and it was like 110 degrees out. So they're trying to find this ring. They can't find it. He goes and buys goggles from the store to go look. He's got people now.
Real quick, I'm just picturing just grown men on tubes.
Yep.
Just Todd, just all of a sudden, just like, oh shit. Hey, did you see? Okay, so I've lost a ring. Josh is like, okay, I heard that.
I see nothing.
Yeah.
I see very little. But so he and Josh are sifting through trying to find it. And a lazy river has a current.
Yeah.
So they're all going
It's
against
a
the current.
little current,
They're
but
going,
it's a
It's not a
current.
lot,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's enough for a ring to be floating around.
Sure.
So he's got the goggles on, everything. You find the ring, right? So he finds the ring. He can't believe it. He's like, oh my God, I found the ring. And he stands up triumphantly with the ring. Someone bumps into him. He drops the ring again. Round 2 of trying to find the ring in the lazy river. Now, I'm in a K-hole at this point, if you're wondering where I am.
But this movie you're describing,
Yeah.
what sequel to what Adam Sandler film is it? I
This
can't
is very-
remember.
It's Grown Ups 4.
Okay, that's what
Because they are on tubes in that.
This
I
is
do
the
feel like
plot
they
to
are on
Grown Ups
tubes.
4.
I do
Okay,
think they
yes.
are in a lazy river.
This is confirmed. Yes,
Yes.
yes. Rob Schneider stands up. Okay, yes, yes.
Let's just say that river wasn't very lazy with these two boys working to find that ring.
That's right. That's right.
But so he loses the ring again, and finally he does find it. Or Josh, who found it? Some guy found it? Some guy found it for them. So he finds the ring, he comes up. So this is me laying here. This is his whole day. I've been laying in bed the whole day. This is his whole day. Then he's getting the call from my
Wait, what
manager.
time is it? You're still in bed? You've done all this stuff?
It's Vegas, babe.
Yeah, 3 p.m.
Yeah, I'm 3,
okay.
4. I don't know when that show started, but I was getting ready about 5 minutes before.
Yeah, of course.
And, when you have a spray tan, you don't have to try that hard. I don't know if you know about this. I don't know if a spray tan would look good on you.
I gotta try it. I'd like
They're
to go a
really
shade or
good.
two darker.
It's very cute.
Thank you.
You would look great.
What? Do you think, if I did a spray tan, I would just go green? Or do you think maybe I would try and,
Get a little purpley,
without?
little eggplanty.
I would love to be a little
That would
eggplant.
be cute.
I think that would kind of be nice for
That
my
would be a good
hairline and stuff like
vibe,
that. Yeah, it'd be
I
a
like
vibe.
your hairline. It's clinging.
Yeah.
It's clinging.
It actually grows this way.
Oh, I
it's
like
actually
that.
coming this way.
You have to tease it back.
That's correct. Yes, that's correct. So you're sleeping, right?
Yes.
You're in a room filled with all of your relatives. You've all rented one big suite.
Yes. We're all staying in the same suite, yes.
That's right.
We did actually Tim ended up giving it. Tim Dillon was also performing that weekend, so I worked with him at the Wynn, and then he gave us the suite, so his parents got to sleep in the beautiful Wynn suite.
So it's your entire family and Kenan Thompson.
And Kenan
You're all,
Thompson.
because he's everywhere you
Yes.
go in Vegas.
He's everywhere. He's
yeah.
yeah.
He's actually just next to you. He's like, did you have a nice sleep, Annie? You're like, oh, Kenan.
As Criss Angel would say, he was a shadow.
That's right.
We would not say that.
I have to see the show.
It's crazy. He brought 2 black women, but he goes, look, we're an Oreo. And we were all like, ooh.
Oh, wow.
He
I bet
stood
your
in
dad
between-
loved that one.
My dad was like, wow, I love, because my dad loves Oreos. You
Yeah,
know that?
okay, yeah. He was, and Heavy showed up. He's like, I'm starving. All right, so you're sleeping. You have no idea what's happening.
I don't, I have, I'm telling you, there's an engagement in the air, but I'm not even thinking about it.
Sure. And you've dropped the ring, you found the ring, you're lazy river, you're searching for something, which, by the way, good on you for like being willing to just reach down to grab stuff in a lazy river.
It's pretty disgusting. I know.
Yeah.
What else did you find? Clumps of hair?
Yeah,
and
it's
a
like-
finger? He probably found a finger with a ring on it too.
Yeah. He went through 5 Band-Aids before he actually pulled up a ring.
And he does have AIDS, which is crazy. I forgot to tell you.
Who?
Todd.
Todd.
And Criss Angel's now incorporated into his
He has
The
another
third part
blanket.
is an AIDS,
He has
yeah,
another blanket.
it's
It's just
like a-
Todd's hands, you know? Perfect.
with the ring
Yes.
imprinted, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Todd found the ring. A guy found it for you, gives you the ring. Okay.
Which is a little gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, but that's pretty gay for a guy to hand you your own ring.
Yeah.
It's pretty gay. Was he kneeling?
And he said yes. He was like, is this your ring? You said yes.
We're in a throuple now.
And actually, that guy gave a killer speech. That was
Oh.
what was crazy.
His speech was excellent.
So good. Poignant.
Poignant. It was more than one sentence. No, but we should do something with that. We should release that footage.
Release the Annie cut.
Well, it's
Release
funny.
the Annie cut.
It's just funny because my parents are going like,
Yeah.
the Annie monster's coming out.
Uh-oh.
We
Uh-oh.
know this one.
Uh-oh.
My dad's like, come on, go
Yeah.
easy on Heavy. I'm like, no one's going easy on Heavy. I'll tell you that.
So, found the ring. What happens
Proposal.
next?
He comes to the hotel room. I know nothing about it. And then that's where the story starts. Then we go to the party bus.
Wow.
And that's the whole thing. And then the next day, his dad goes to a mall and gets my ring resized for me.
This story was like a choose your own adventure if you did not get to choose. Yes.
That's what ADD. Welcome. I did Mark Maron's podcast forever ago. I was talking to him because he's ending his show. And I remember like listening to my episode and going like, oh my God, I'm such an amazing storyteller. And then he was like, my producer had to take all of the things you said and story produce it into one linear thing.
But I like that. I think that's what makes for a good podcast.
Yes, of course, Papa. We're going here, we're going there. You don't know where we're going.
Yes.
It's like Criss Angel. You don't know it's going to be a cancer show.
And that story was probably one of the greatest stories I've heard, and it's an absolute tragedy we weren't recording. But Johannes,
I know, it's time to
hit
start.
record!
Can we start the show?
Ladies and gentlemen, I have with me comedian,
Okay.
actress, podcaster, Annie Lederman.
Oh, and he pronounced it right. What a guy.
Yeah, give a round of applause, everybody.
Am I
Round of
going to
applause,
make it
Todd.
on this? Am
What's
I going
that?
to make it on this?
Well, this
This
side,
is, you think these are the top comics that have been on your show?
incorrect. That is a graphic that Johannes created 2 years ago and refuses to update. Let's talk about Annie's type and how we got to Todd.
I don't know how it happened.
Because Todd, besides, absolutely dropping the ball figuratively and literally
dropping
in
the
the
ring.
most important moment of the relationship, he seems like a nice boy.
He's a boy.
He's got
He's
a
a
great
good
smile.
boy. He's a sweetie.
He's tatted up. He's handsome. He's from the bomb capital of the world.
Yep. And he loves your music, your band's music.
He lives in Nekrogoblikon?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
He knows all the lyrics. He goes,
That's my favorite lyric.
That's the
I
best
like
one.
rah and I like oh. Yeah. that took me forever to write.
did you ever go to, what was it called? What was the monster wrestling, Kaju? Did you ever go to Kaju?
Kaju? What's
Have you heard of Kaju? I'd tell you to pull it up.
Please don't do that.
Guar, Kaju.
Oh yeah, Guar.
Okay, now
Which one,
Kaju.
Guar?
Okay, now Guar. No, Kaju is like monsters battling and people are getting sprayed.
Oh
and
yeah.
Kaju is pretty cool. Yeah.
I took place in that before.
Kaju was my shit.
Yeah. Oh really?
I had a friend that worked on Kaju, so I went to a lot of Kaju.
Interesting. And this was in Philadelphia.
It was in Philly, baby.
Philadelphia.
Fucking Delphia.
And at what point did you go, I'm going to move to a city pretty close to Philadelphia and pursue comedy?
Well, Before that, I said, I'm getting the fuck out of Philadelphia when I was 17 and I moved to Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Logical choice.
Yep.
Logic.
I said,
the comedy capital of the world.
I said, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to go eat some green chili, which you look like.
So you went from here to here.
Yeah.
And then you kind of went.
And then I went back, after 7 years.
Why?
I wanted to do comedy. I decided in Santa Fe I wanted to do comedy. So then I was like, I'll move to New York to do comedy. Because I couldn't move to LA because I was drinking a lot and I knew I would drink and drive.
So in Santa Fe, you're probably like the funniest one.
I was funniest. I was probably prettiest.
And then, and then, as soon as you came in here, actually, it was Todd who was like, hey, what do you think of my fiance? She's a Santa Fe 9.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, what does that mean? Now I understand what that means.
You know what I mean? Well, it was funny. When I moved from Santa Fe to New York, I was like, in Santa Fe, I was like, oh my God, I'm so gorgeous. And then I moved to New York and I was like, I'm literally the fattest, ugliest thing that's ever existed.
Yeah.
Because Santa Fe, what's cool about Santa Fe is no one's in the gay, like women aren't in the male gaze, men aren't in the female gaze. Like people are just
asexual.
They're fucking, but facial hair is grown out. Women, full beards, full mustaches.
I love that.
I like it. It's like a hippie place. People don't give a shit. I go to raves in Santa Fe sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Very fun.
Okay, so you're doing raves in Santa Fe, but you're like, I want to do comedy.
But so I said I want to do comedy. So I moved to New York. I did comedy at the karaoke night.
Yeah.
I did a little stand-up at the karaoke night.
I'm sure that was a big hit.
Fucking crushed. At the Cowgirl, the restaurant I worked at, where I had to dress up like a cowgirl. And then I moved to New York, started doing open mics there. Quit drinking, started doing open mics.
And I'm sure when you moved to New York, you were living in a huge place.
Oh, I lived...
Multiple story.
I had 3 full cushions on a couch. Can you believe it?
I bet.
And I was staying on my friend Paul's couch. And my friend Paul and I weren't that close. He lived in Santa Fe, but we weren't... We were a little close, but he invited me. He said, you can live at my place on my couch. And I was like, okay. So I go there. And then Paul's roommate was my friend Abby, who is an incredible artist, incredible animator, so cool. One of my best friends. But we didn't really click in college. We just never really like linked up. So then we start hanging out. And then Paul's like getting kind of like, he doesn't really like that I'm hanging around. I'm drunk still, I'm drinking, I'm not doing anything. And so he's starting to get annoyed, and he's playing. He has a guitar and he's playing. And one day I came in and I went, he was playing guitar, and I went, oh, the Goo Goo Dolls, I love that. Just fucking with him, and he kicked me out of the house. And I stand by that joke.
I mean, that's on
kicked
him.
me out.
That's on him.
It's funny to say, ooh, the Goo Goo Dolls.
I say that.
Isn't that fucking hilarious?
If anyone's playing the
who's
guitar
noodling
ever,
on their guitar?
Yeah. If you're watching this. And you are, because we just started recording like 3 minutes ago.
Oh my God, is this on?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. But right now it is. And I think a fun joke for anyone is anytime you see anyone in a park with an acoustic guitar, just run up behind him and just go, ooh, the Goo Goo Dolls.
Ooh, the Goo Goo Dolls.
Ooh, the Goo Goo Dolls.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's very funny.
So I thought it was disrespectful because I'm like, you're so much less successful than the Goo Goo Dolls, Paul. But anyway, so Paul kicks me out.
Yeah. But now you got a closer.
But listen, I got a closer, and also I needed to be kicked out because I was being kind of like a loser. I just quit drinking, so I was like, I was doing well for myself there, but I wasn't like really active. So then I found a girl in AA who would be my roommate, but I was like forced into it. I found a good waitressing job, and it really helped me. So that Goo Goo Dolls joke was the beginning of all of it. And I got Abby and now I have Abby as one of my best friends.
Amazing.
And Paul I like, but whatever.
They just move in with some, probably tall chick named Rachel or something like that.
Her name was Rachel, and she was tall, and she was so pretty. Yep, her name was Rachel. Her name was Rachel, and she had a blonde bob with bangs, which sounds ugly, but it was so hot on her, and she was so gorgeous and so tall. You almost wanted her to drink again. You're like, we don't want you sober. We want you doing bottle service, babe. We want you back out.
You want to know how I do that?
How? You're Rachel?
You've just been mind freaked. You got mind freaked. Criss Angel is here. He was actually your roommate, Rachel.
A bald kid?
Yeah.
We don't want to make these jokes.
And then he comes up with a blanket with a bunch of people from AA's hands. And he's like, please don't drink again.
Oh, they're so desperate. Yeah. They're all like clammy. They're like, please. They're reaching.
Yes.
They're all reaching for alcohol.
Yes.
But that's so funny. Her name was Rachel. And then she changed her name. She was an actress. And
to
she changed
Charlie.
Her name. It could be I'm not even kidding. It could be Charlie. It literally could be Charlie.
Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be fucking something? This is crazy.
All right, so
It might
Annie,
be fucking Charlie.
Annie,
God damn, it's like Charlie Phoenix or something. But I almost killed her dog. She had what's the dog from Target? The pointy head dog?
oh, the Franken dog.
Yes, the Franken dog.
Hold on. I bet she named it after a number. The lowest number, 0.
You're doing a weird mind trick on me because it feels like that was the name of her fucking dog. Something really weird is going on here. Because I think the dog's name was fucking 0. It can't be. Something you are really, I'm like shaking. I'm quaking. And I'm a Quaker. I'm quaking. This is crazy. You kind of look like him.
Wouldn't it be cool if I just ripped off this?
You look like him.
Close your eyes, Annie. Listen,
Was
ready?
the dog's name 0?
Hold on, close your eyes. Ready?
The dog's name was fucking 0. I'm about to have a heart attack.
You've been mind freaked. You just got freaked. You just got mind freaked. I'm Criss Angel.
Wait.
I'm Criss Angel, and you just got mind freaked.
I'm now imagining Criss Angel's entire act as one of those AI babies. Wait, I think the dog's name is 0. I'm about to lose my mind. Okay. Anyway, so I almost killed the dog. By the dog, I guess I'm supposed to be house sitting watching the dog, and the dog I think ate my bra. We couldn't leave anything on the ground because the dog was a muncher, and I think the dog ate my underwire.
The dog was a muncher.
It was a muncher. You know what I mean?
All dogs are munchers. Yeah. Oh, okay, interesting. I think that's why she kicked you out.
Yeah, she was like, your dog's like always
walked
sleeping in
one
your
night,
room.
She's like,
Why is
what's
the dog never in
going
my
on?
room?
So you're doing comedy in Brooklyn.
Yes.
And you're like going around.
And how'd you know it was Brooklyn? Because you're a fucking psychic.
Wait, you didn't
I might have told you that, yeah.
tell me it was Brooklyn?
I might have. Okay, go ahead.
No, you didn't. But that's fine.
I didn't, did I? I'm losing my mind.
All right, so
here.
you're in Greenport, Brooklyn.
Why does he know it's Greenpoint?
All right, so you're in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, in a...
Like, he does not know these things, so he couldn't have given it to you. I'm about to have a fucking heart attack.
Annie.
This is like the Long Island medium. Have you talked to anyone I know that's dead that has anything to say to me? What does Brody Stevens have to say to me?
818 till I die.
That's what's up.
Okay,
That's what's up. I had this crazy psychic girl that lived next door to me for a while.
Okay, and her name was... No, I don't know. Okay.
I actually don't remember her name because I'm trying to block her out because I'm
Yeah.
actually scared of her.
Okay.
So she lived next door to me, and she was like, Brody had just decided to remove himself, and so she goes, "What if you're Brody? What if you pulled it off and Brody never died and it was just okay?" Anyway, he had a more protruding chest. Okay, so
And
Brody.
probably about a foot and a half taller.
Yeah,
but
pretty tall. So, okay, so we're tall for a goblin though. But so
Thank you, Annie. Thank you.
she goes, I don't want to, your friend Brody is trying to tell me a message for you.
Oh.
And I'm going,
I don't
lady,
know.
I don't like
this at all.
I don't like this. I'm vulnerable.
No, thank
I'm
you.
so sad, lady.
Wait, and tell him to leave a voicemail.
Yeah,
you
leave
know?
a voicemail, Brody. I saw you last week. It's
Yeah.
been a few days.
Okay.
I don't think anything crazy's happened that you need to tell me about.
That's right.
So, so I'm like kind of pushing her off with this. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. And she's like, I just feel like he really has this strong message coming through. And I'm like, all right, lady, because at this point we know if you're gonna scam someone that Brody Stevens has come through, you say 818 till I die.
That's it.
That's it. That's all you have to say, or keep positive push or whatever.
Yeah.
She goes. He just wants to say he's really proud of you and to keep going. And I'm like, you fucking bitch. You dumb bitch. You dumb bitch. He's got sayings. You could have Googled him.
You're like, first off, he ain't proud of me.
No, he's not proud of me. He doesn't give a shit.
That's so funny. I don't like that they do that.
I don't like that at all.
I don't like that they prey on vulnerable things and then they give you some generic ass
I know. At least give me something crazy.
Yeah.
He said, get your third toe checked out. Why not? Why not? Then I go to the podiatrist.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. It's like,
Give me a task.
give you some real information.
And then she would say things like, she'd be like, I need to make sure you don't walk today. Just drive places. Like I'm going to get hit by a car on the sidewalk.
Oh
or something.
my God.
Why are you like putting curses on
I don't
me?
like that at all.
And then my car tires got slashed. And I was kind of scared that she did it so that I would come to her for, she was scary.
Well, that was actually heavy.
It was
that
heavy.
That was heavy.
And they weren't slashed, she just sat in the car for a second.
Oh! No! Something heavy! Something heavy! So you move out to California. You're pursuing comedy. You already knew this is your destiny. You believe in manifestation?
Wait, what is manifest destiny? Isn't that like a
I almost
bad
said that,
thing?
and then I decided
That's a bad
to,
thing, right?
Did you
What
see
is it?
I was like going that path, and I was like, no!
I know,
hold
but
on.
wait, manifest
what does that
destiny
mean?
is what? Is that like a Nazi thing? What is manifest destiny?
Manifest destiny.
I don't know enough to say
Todd, you
anything
gotta
about
Google
I
it.
know it. It's like, it's like conquering land.
Okay. Because I was going
I
that
did
route.
want to conquer land.
I was going that route, and then my Criss Angel sensor went off, and
but
I
no.
went, hold on.
If that dog's name is Zero, I'm going to lose my mind. I got to find this girl. Rachel, if you're watching,
So you move out here. You're doing comedy.
I've been doing comedy 4 years. I did the Montreal Comedy Festival, moved to LA.
The mantra.
I was doing Chelsea lately. So I was doing Chelsea lately. I was on the panel, and I was doing that like once a month. And you get like SAG day rate, so it was like $500 or whatever. So with my flight and everything, I was basically breaking even. So I was like, why don't I just move to LA at this point?
And how did you get Chelsea lately?
So I did Montreal, and then I did a showcase for Fox at the Improv, and then the booker for Chelsea was there. So then I got on Chelsea that way.
And did you enjoy that experience?
Doing Chelsea lately?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like scary though, because Chelsea is very like, I did not know her at all.
Yeah.
And she's a force, you know?
Yeah.
So you're kind of like afraid to look at her. You don't want to like look at her too long or whatever, and you don't know. I just didn't know her. I never like got like a vibe of how to act around her and stuff. So I was always like on edge because
Yeah.
I could fuck it up and just not be asked back.
Were you a fan of her comedy before?
Yeah, I liked
mean,
her a lot. Yeah, no, I wanted when I was on Paul's couch. Okay, before I even started comedy, I had started listening to this book called Brian Tracy Goals. It was an audio book I was listening to.
And you were listening with headphones.
Yes.
How did I know?
Crazy.
How did I know?
He's psychic. But the Zero thing is really freaking me out because I think the dog's name is Zero. Is that the name that people would name that dog? Is that a hacky name for that type of dog?
No, that's just
Because of the eye thing?
that's the name that she would name it.
Yes.
Yeah.
God damn. He's
because it wasn't like really like a true one bedroom. It just kind of had like that room kind of in the back, and that's kind of where you would probably sleep.
Yeah, it was a railroad apartment.
Yeah. Anyways, so Annie,
I'm going to throw up. And then the ring that's the right size comes
that's
out.
finally, oh, there it is. He's like, got it.
It comes out of my poop. He has to go through my poop.
Yeah, he's like, don't worry, I was in
I
a
have to
lazy
poop into
river.
like a little
I've
kid.
reached for less, you know. So you're doing Chelsea lately.
Yeah,
You're doing all this stuff.
I listened to this book, Brian Tracy Goals, okay? And he's talking about how you have to write what you want, positive present tense, 10 goals every day, and then 3 like little things you can do to get to them, but everything's in positive present tense. Now, of course, I would get to 7 or whatever. I never got to 10. I have ADD. I would get distracted. But one of the goals that I wrote, and I was so embarrassed, if anyone were to find this notebook, I would have been so embarrassed because I told you I didn't even want to tell people I wanted to do comedy because it seemed too arrogant.
Right.
So I'm writing down, I want to be on Chelsea lately. I want to do Montreal Comedy Festival, all these things. Or I have done Montreal Comedy Festival. I am on Chelsea lately, all these things. I would have been so embarrassed. If I were to find that now, I got all of those things within 2 years of doing comedy.
And was number 7 being proposed to on a party bus on the way to Criss Angel by a guy who spent all day in a lazy river and may or may not have lost both his father's ring and gotten the other one resized by some guy named Fatty, actually cross it out. Let's call him Heavy.
Yes. And you know what happened was that was the entire notebook, so I had to get a new notebook.
That
took up a lot of space.
That took up at least 50 minutes of the podcast. And we all appreciated that.
And if we could start the podcast.
Yeah. Johannes, start. Hit record. Chi-Town, Chicago, I'm bringing my Right Now Live Comedy Extravaganza to your city for the 312 Comedy Festival. There's going to be other great acts like my friend Pete Holmes, Jeremiah doing stand-up on the spot, and so many more. So come see me. And I guess Johannes will be there. I mean, I think that's like contractually obligated, I think.
Yeah.
And a very special guest, November 6th at Zanies. you should probably get your tickets.
Probably as soon as possible. I think they're available on their website.
I just don't have the energy anymore, guys, to do it. Like, I just don't. You know what I mean? So just get them right now.
I heard they get good hot dogs in Chicago.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to get one. Okay. So, Annie, before I get you out of here, I'm going to get you out the same way I get everybody out with my right now rapid fire question.
Okay.
Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to ask you 5 rapid fire questions. You're just going to tell me the very first thing that pops into your head. Don't overthink it. Okay. Are you ready? Left or right?
Middle.
Westmoreland.
What?
Favorite genre of metal? You can ask Todd if
gold.
you need to. Gold metal? Oh, love it. Okay. There's a snail chasing you. The snail is moving at a snail's pace, but will follow you for the rest of your life. You can go as fast, as slow as you want, but the snail will always be moving in your direction. If you touch it or the snail touches you, you die. And before you ask, yes, it can swim and survive in any atmosphere. What's your plan to survive the snail, Annie?
Whenever I think of a snail trailing, I just think I need to wash my underwear.
You ever been to Trader Joe's? Thank you so much, Annie Lederman, everybody. Round of applause, Todd.
When haven't I been to Trader Joe's, honestly?
That's right. And now, Annie, you get to promote whatever you want to this camera right here.
When is this coming out?
The future.
Next week, I would imagine.
Next week.
Okay.
Which is right now.
Todd, can you pull up my dates?
Hey,
I need
babe.
my husband to do things.
Babe, my dates.
Can you do stuff?
Hey, babe, my dates.
He's leaving for a month and a half to go work on this reality show that he works on.
What? Todd?
In the fucking jungle of Panama, and I'm gonna have to do things myself.
Todd, I don't like that at all.
I don't like it one bit. I'm screwed.
Todd, I'm going to need you to hire an assistant and help out Annie, okay?
No, I know, and it's crazy because I've done nothing for 5 years. I've done nothing.
Yeah.
You're in Arizona.
I'm in Arizona, August.
7th through the 9th at the Desert Ridge Improv.
Guys, I'm going to be in Arizona at the Desert Ridge Improv, August 7th through 9th.
Back where it all started in the desert.
Backward, we love the desert, and I'm also going to be in a theater in Tucson that Sunday. So grab your tickets to that. You know a half-empty theater is pretty embarrassing, guys, so let's grab those tickets. It's going to be fun. And then I'm also in, here, just give them to me. Can you give them to me? I don't remember any of them. Oh, boy, we also have an Anniewood and Friends on July 10th. Do you do stand-up on shows?
Yeah, I'm actually doing one July 10th.
Oh.
Yeah. July 10th,
Where, at the
I'm going to be
Comedy
at the Comedy Store.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Maybe you pop on mine too.
I would love to.
Okay, so July 10th, we're gonna have it's gonna be a beautiful show. It's gonna be very goblicious.
Yeah.
I do need to get more POCs on there, if you know what I mean.
How about a little GOBs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we don't want to do any. We don't want to manifest destiny. I don't know what that means, but I feel like.
Apparently
okay.
no one does.
No one knows. Okay. So then also I'll be in Bakersfield, California for one night, August 23rd. Then I'm going to be in Canada, September 25th through 27th. I'm going to be in October. I'm going to be in New Jersey. I'm going to be in New Orleans for Skankfest. You should do Skank. Are you doing it?
I'm waiting. I
Really?
had Soder on. He
I'll
told
get
me
you
to
in.
do it. I hit up Lewis and he said TBD and I still
let's
am
just-
being determined.
No, we'll get it. We'll get it to
Please,
happen. It's going to
yeah.
be New Orleans. But it should be in Vegas again. That was very fun. But anyway, everything's very fun. But go to AnnieLetterman.com/shows for my dates. I'm spilling.
Oh,
Spilling.
it's all right. It's
a lazy river in my
it's gonna
crotch
wake up,
now.
Wake up the Dark Lord
The
down
chair
there.
was very.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And the dog comes back to life that I
Yep.
almost killed. And then I have Anniewood every Thursday on YouTube and my Instagram, Annie Lederman, Lederman. Come to me.
Yes, yes. And that was a great promo.
It was so long. It was so bad. It was so rough.
It's okay. But I feel like it should have been a script. But the good news is I wrote a script of my promo
Let's hear
that
it.
you're going to read.
Okay.
So it's under the throne. I wrote a little script for you. If you just kind of like read my stuff, So you're going to kind of be like the Todd for me, just giving off my stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
Hi, Gobtaraj. Make sure you like and subscribe this channel and get that gay shaman in your life. A special shout out. Okay, sorry.
It's all right. Take some more
Reading's
Red Bull.
very difficult.
Take some more Red Bull.
I'm nervous.
You're like a Todd.
Well, I always passed in in class when they would have you read out loud, I passed.
Oh yeah.
I would always go pass.
That's what I would do.
Because I was humiliated.
Yeah. So is this do you want to how about this? Just move your mouth.
All I said was, I said, Criss Angel, just help me read. And
yeah.
you just couldn't fucking do one goddamn thing. No, I can do it. Okay. Hey, Gobtourage, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel and get that gay shaman in your life a special shout out on Cameo from my favorite green Quaker John Goblikon. How do I say it?
Yeah,
It was good enough.
Goblitron sounds fun
Goblitron
too.
sounds fucking
Goblitron.
awesome.
Okay.
Goblitron actually sounds.
Yeah,
we've
that's the
upgraded.
new transformer they need to debut.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Criss Angel, make it happen.
Yeah.
And whether you live in Hollywood or Anniewood, you should go to John's Linktree to see where in LA he is performing next. I don't want to gossip. Yes, I do. Just kidding. That's my favorite fucking thing to do in the world. I heard he's going to be at the Comedy Store this weekend on the Riff Raff show. So get those tickets right now.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good,
That's
Annie.
the way to do it.
That's the way to do it.
You read all the things out. And
Yeah. So
That was beautiful.
Outside, I have a party bus waiting for all of us. Your whole family's there.
Will you marry us? You should be the one that marries us.
I would.
That
That's
would
what's
be
happening.
gorgeous.
No, I don't know. Todd and me set it up. We're getting.
Well, I wanted Tim Dillon to do it so he'd end up paying for the wedding. I wanted to
Oh.
trick him into being like, you're in charge.
I can only offer you Kenan Thompson, who's in the band right now. Pulling up her brother really threw you for a loop.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't.
God forbid we ask for Criss
I
Angel.
know, God forbid.
Yeah. I'm Criss Angel and you just got mind freaked.